My topic is naive bias, so I will talk today about naive bias theorem. So, naive and bias, there are two persons. So, and naive, yes, naive. Naive is come here for his principle of color. There are some color he has principle of this one, and bias is come here for his bias theorem. So for with these two name, this one has been naive bias theorem. So naive bias uh, rule. So this one we can say, and naive bias algorithm is supervised learning algorithm which is based on naive bias on bias theorem. This one is has been bias theorem and classification. So it is probability classified, which means that predict on the basis of the probability of an object. So some popular example of naive bias algorithm is spam filtering and sentimental analysis and classifying articles. So classifying article and spam filtering. So this one will be what naive bias theorems included this one. And also it's mainly used in task classification that includes in high dimensional training database. Naive Bayes classifier is one of the simple and most effective classification algorithm which helps in building the fast machine learning models that can make quick prediction. This one can be what make quick prediction. This naive Bayes algorithm is said this one. And also there is the naive bias algorithm is comprised of two words, naive and bias. So this one I said first, naive bias what this one is come from two words, naive and bias. They have contribution for this law. And naive, it is called naive bias. It's assume that the occurrence of a certain feature in independence of the occurrence of features. So such as if the fruit is identified on base of color, shape, so taste, then red, suffering and sweet part. So like that color he has specified the naives. And bias, it is called bias because it depends on the principle of bias theorem. So this one is bias also theorem because bias theorem has been used here. And bias theorem is also known as bias rule or bias law. This one is also what depends on bias rules and bias law, which is used to determine the probability of hypothesis with prior knowledge. So this one is with prior knowledge we can hypothesis. It depends on the conditional probability. The formula for bias theorem is given as, so this one is has given also what formula also there are more formula of this one. Working of naive bias classifications. Working of naive bias classifications can be understood with the help of below example. There are some many example of this one. So this can be what converting. There are some weather and condition. There are some what step. There are naive and bias is some step. So there are many steps of naive and bias conditions. So there we can learn this one in future. So I want to conclude my presentations here. So thank you, sir.